People talk about mental health like it's a side conversation, something extra, something optional, something you only bring up when the room is empty, or when the tears have already spilled, or when it's too late to pretend anymore. But mental health is not a side issue. It's not a weakness, it's not an embarrassment, and it's not something we tuck away behind nervous smiles and polite silence. Mental health is life, it's breath, it's clarity, it's the ability to wake up and say, I can do today. And when someone loses that ability, they don't need judgment, they need support. See, we treat mental struggles like moral failures, like someone chose anxiety the way they chose their outfit this morning. We act like depression is laziness, like trauma is drama, like panic is overreacting, like bipolar is moodiness, like PTSD is being stuck in the past. But if you saw the battles happening inside someone's mind, if you truly saw them, you would replace judgment with compassion. You would replace avoidance with presence. You would replace stigma with understanding. God sees those battles. He sees every trembling thought, every racing heartbeat, every heavy mourning, every tear that never fell, every fear that never got spoken out loud. God sees, and God does not shame. God does not belittle. God does not mock. God does not distance himself. Not from the hurting, not from the broken, not from the overwhelmed, not from the ones who feel like they're too much. The world might back away, but God draws close. Some people say, if you're struggling mentally, you must not have enough faith. But God never said that. People said that, not God. Jesus himself experienced anguish so deep that his sweat fell like drops of blood. That wasn't lack of faith, that was humanity, that was emotion, that was the weight of being alive. If Jesus, the Son of God, felt emotional overwhelm, why do we shame each other for feeling the same thing? Mental illness is not spiritual failure. It is not a rejection of God. It is not a curse. It is not a sign that someone is distant from God. Many times, it is the opposite. Many of the closest followers of God cried out in deep emotional pain. David, Elijah, Job, Jeremiah, Hannah, Paul. They all poured their distress into God's hands, and God didn't silence them. He honored their honesty. So why do we silence people today? We silence them because stigma is loud. Stigma says you're too sensitive, you're too emotional, you're too dramatic, you're too weak, you're too broken. Stigma turns people into shadows. It teaches them to hide, to shrink, to mask, to lie and say I'm fine while drowning on the inside. But hiding is not healing, and shame is not medicine. God can heal wounds, but we have to stop adding new ones through ignorance and fear. Therapy is not betrayal of faith. Medication is not a lack of trust in God. Counseling is not weakness. Crying is not giving up. Rest is not selfish. Boundaries are not sinful. And reaching out for help is one of the bravest prayers a person can make. Because help is one of the ways God answers prayer. Sometimes God heals in a moment. Sometimes he heals over months or years. Sometimes he heals through community, through support, through professionals who studied the mind the way surgeons study the body. Healing does not disqualify God's involvement. Healing often reveals it. God works in mysterious ways, and very often, those ways look like people willing to care, willing to listen, willing to learn, willing to sit beside someone in their darkest valley without trying to rush them out of it. And let's talk about that valley, because some people live there for years without anyone knowing. Some people wake up with a heaviness they can't explain. Some carry memories that haunt them. Some fight their own thoughts like enemies. Some panic at small triggers they never asked to have. Some can't sleep. Some can't eat. Some overthink everything. Some feel nothing at all. Some are hurting in ways that words haven't been invented for yet. And in the middle of that pain, stigma adds another burden, the fear of being judged for simply being human. We must be better than that, because God calls us to love, not just the joyful, not just the easy, not just the strong, but the weary, the wounded, the overwhelmed, the grieving, the ones who don't have it together, the ones who are barely holding on. This is what it means to carry one another's burdens. This is what it means to be a safe community. This is what it means to look like Christ. When we respond with compassion instead of criticism, we open a door for someone to breathe again. We give someone permission to be honest. We let someone know they matter, that they're not invisible, that they're not too much, that they are not alone. Imagine a world where people didn't have to hide their mental health. Imagine a church where people felt safe enough to say, "I'm struggling." Imagine a family where kids and adults alike could talk about their emotions without fear of being shamed or dismissed. Imagine a community where God's compassion wasn't just preached, but practiced. Imagine if every person who felt unseen heard someone say, "I see you. You matter to me. You matter to God." Because the truth is this: we don't always know when someone is on the edge. We don't always know when someone is barely surviving. We don't always know when a simple act of kindness is the very thing keeping someone here. Stigma kills, but compassion saves. Grace saves. Understanding saves. Presence saves. We are not called to fix people. That's God's job. We are called to love them, to walk with them, to remind them of their worth, to speak life into places that have heard only silence. Healing is not linear. Some days will be light, some will be heavy, some will feel like progress, some will feel like a relapse. But God is patient, God is steady, God is present, God is loving through it all. And the beautiful truth is, no one is beyond healing. No one is too broken for hope. No one is too far for God to reach. No one's story is over because God is still writing. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not a burden. You are not too much. You are not alone. You are not your diagnosis. You are God's creation, and God does not make mistakes. You deserve support. You deserve understanding. You deserve compassion. You deserve healing. You deserve to be here, and God will walk with you every step, every season, every valley, every victory. Because His love doesn't back away from your struggle, it leans in closer.